son, I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to you say that.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Back.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Let's go, D. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. I'm coming, squeeze.
On 2nd and inches, Jackson flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check. Check the hot read. Watch twist. Check 99. Check safety. Check.
They run the counter. Muhammad, and an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I'm coming after you. Switch. Check.
On 2nd down, Muhammad. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
All day, every day, any day. Tighten up. Out. Check 9.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
The Steelers pick up for 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Let's go now. 10 logo. It's going to be a long day. There you go. There you go.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Squeeze. Kill. Hey, turn it up. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Go. Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we gonna make the 48 right now.
Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 43.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now. It's White. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready? 60 or 56. Come on, come on.
They'll go with a keeper, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Roethlisberger keeps it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Kill. Turn up. Check. Yeah. Take 4.
Here's Muhammad. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
49, check 49, check over. Check 3.
Now a give right side. Muhammad. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 3rd down, Muhammad. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
They're running it.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 25 yards that time. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Let's go. Watch time. Tight end.
Now Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Lets it go for Nelson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this goal?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, watch that.
Now a give, right side. Muhammad, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Come on, set. Now to work. 55. Hey, eat. Good track.
Throwing is Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And a key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. Now it's Jackson. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Running right, this is Ingram. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Muhammad. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 38.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Quick dash. Go. Check 31. Check 4. Let's go.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Check. Fresno.
They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Looking downfield for Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson now down around his goal line. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. They'll run on first down. Muhammad. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
50's a mic. I got it. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. 36. 36. Wow.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
We want it. Come to my way.
This time Jackson will throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Flush, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet, they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. That's complete to White. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Think about some of the memorable performances that Ben Roethlisberger's had over the years, and one of them came against the Ravens. He threw 6 touchdowns back in 2014 in a win against Baltimore. And actually, now that I think about it, that was on the heels of a 6-touchdown performance in a win over Indianapolis the week prior. So October of 2014 was kind to Big Ben. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go. Blue 30. Got spin.
Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And some room to run now. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go right back to White here on first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the third.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Ravens 6. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Watch safety creeps. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run with White. They find some open field here. And a cut to the right and some open. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Whip. Watch the whip. Go. SOS. Check. Let's go. Check.
They'll run with Muhammad. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
On the set, 26 man. Here we go. Check safety. Slam. Watch twist. Watch out.
On 3rd down, Muhammad. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will get it at their own 20-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start the drive with White. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Back now in Baltimore. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, Wood. Take 2 of them.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 89 yards, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. To throw is Jackson, and he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Easy. Bravo.
56.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Push it back. Push it back.
They keep it on the ground. White again. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, a run from White. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, it's Connor, and he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Check 48. Check 48. Come on. Let's put him on his buses.
They'll run. This is White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. Taking it in. And they're able to break break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. From just shy of midfield, Jackson got a man. It's gone. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Muhammad, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Jackson to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Now a give, right side. Muhammad, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
At the 29-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Opting to run again here with White. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
White 80. I got you. Two times. We got 4.
On first down, White. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the slam. Kill. 56 to muscle.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Roethlisberger now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a first down.
Mike 22. No game on this defense, no game. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. This is caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Boswell good with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Steelers, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I'ma make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the